Hey, what's up, TruExperience Nation? It's your boy Richie McCaney. If you're new around here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, our mission here is very, very simple. It's to help you learn how to experience your best life as I'm learning how to experience my best life. We're about wealth, health, and experience, baby. And we have just started going over the book, 30 Days to a Better You by Tiffany Malott. And so we in lesson number 1, and that is keep God first. And I'm very thankful that she put this chapter in here. You know, a lot of people, they don't always speak about religion because it can be a taboo subject, but hopefully this doesn't offend anybody. And if it does, this probably is not really going to be the page or the channel for you, because this is a priority in my life. It is the number one priority that I hold sacred. And so we are going to talk about it really quickly on how to be a better you by studying this topic right now. Jesus said, "The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, that I came that they may have life and have it abundant." You want to talk about having an abundant life? And keep in mind, when I'm talking about abundance, I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about finances. We're talking about the spirit. We're talking about your actual being, okay? You want to have a more abundant life? You want to have a better experience in life? You best follow the one who gave you life. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a better you in 30 days? You better find the one who created you. That's how that works. That's how that rolls. We talked about yesterday the 3 C's, right? Clarity, community, or commitment, community, and that you needed that rock, somebody to lean on. Who's better to lean on? You want to talk about a firm foundation. You want to talk about a bedrock. You want to talk about somebody's ride or die, never going anywhere. Take your deepest, darkest secrets to. When you at the pit, when you at the bottom, when you on your knees, when you got nobody else to turn to, that one thing that you just can't take to nobody else, you have no idea how to solve, I know who can. And it's God. So we're going to be building up on all of these 6 areas. And this one, obviously, if you can't figure it out, falls under spirituality and ethics, okay? Be able to keep God first. If you have a foundation like that and those godly principles and you build up on top of that, you're going to have the firmest foundation that anybody in the world can have. Think about having to detox, man. Like when you talk about having a better life, physically, you've been putting a lot of junk in your body and you got to detox. Well, you got to get rid of the junk. You got to stop putting junk in so you stop getting junk out. You got to dump out what you got. You got all these toxins and stuff. You got to drink a bunch of water. You got to get a bunch of goodness and stuff in. You got to flush that mess out. Sometimes it can have some adverse effects for a little bit. You can have pain and headache and stomach aches and feeling yucky because you're just getting all this junk out. But man, do you feel like a brand new person when you start filling your body up with goodness? Now, we're not talking about food. We talk about the spirit. You got to get rid of the junk, the envy, the hate, so that you can fill it up with the goodness that does come from God. See, that's the firm foundation, because without that, you might see success, you might make a lot of money, you might have moments and flashes of happiness and greatness, but it won't last. At some point in time, it's going to crumble because it's not on a firm enough foundation. And the key to that is you got to detox, man. You got to dump out the junk and put in the goodness. See, what you put in is what you get out. And so that is an important thing, okay? Now, we need to be able to make space in our lives for God. Because what's going to happen is if you don't make space for Him, there will come a time when He won't make space for you. And that's a terrifying and sad thought, one that I don't want to experience at all. We make time for everything else. We make time for work. We make time for play. We make time for movies. Make time for relationships. We better make time for the Lord. Better get some of Jesus in you, okay? Because it's going to be good for the soul. I can speak from experience. I was raised in the church, went to a Christian university. My wife, we've been on mission trips to Honduras, Costa Rica. My brother spent a couple years in China. Everywhere. Now, I have definitely had multiple stretches within my life where I might have showed up at church and been there in body, but not in spirit. more times than I'd like to admit. But I can tell you there's a big difference from the times when I put him first and the times when I don't. See, when you've had the opportunity to really, truly experience both, you notice a big difference and you're fearful for not putting him first. It becomes a priority in your life. Guys, it's not about being perfect. Hopefully nobody comes across as being that. It ain't about being perfect. It's not about being better than somebody else. It's about seeing improvement. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. It's about being better than yourself. It's a constant journey. Now, I don't believe you should be able to judge anybody, especially based off of what they say, but I feel comfortable in making judgments off somebody's consistent behavior. See, remember, what you feed yourself, what you put in is what you get out. So I can know where somebody's heart is based off their consistent behavior, because it's going to be, they're just going to have to put it out, right? You think about something enough, that's what you are. So when somebody says they a Christian, keep this in mind. I want to throw a little caution to the wind here. Okay, some people be talking about it, but that don't mean they be about it. They might be up in the church house, but they may not be up in the church house. Y'all feel me? See, just because somebody says it or claims it or wants to wear the name of a Christian, sometimes their behavior, more times than not, does not exemplify that name. I'm not talking about moments of weakness, guys. We all gonna fall. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going through the valley. It's a journey, it's a ride, but I'm talking about people who have a consistent behavior of not wearing that name and doing it justice, okay? And so there are 9 characteristics that I'm gonna talk about really quickly, and I want you to think, whether you believe in God or anything, you're gonna have, I don't see how anybody could listen to these and think they don't want more of that. Think about these characteristics and think about somebody that you would want to be around, whether it be a spouse or maybe even if your kids exemplify these traits, these characteristics, because these are the characteristics of a righteous spirit. There's 9 of them. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Boy, that's a good list. I can tell you what, there's several things on there that I can most definitely improve on and have fallen short on many times before. You want to talk about having a better you in 30 days? We can stop right there. Improve in those areas, and you can only get those by really seeking God. I'm talking about truly getting those. That's a good list. Wouldn't you want to have those characteristics? What if you're starting this journey for a better you and you're starting there trying to develop and getting better in those areas? You're going to be a better you. You're going to experience a better life. Would you rather put out envy and hate and all of those things? You can put that out because you're going to get that back. I would rather get back somebody who's kind. I'd rather get back somebody who's gentle. I'd rather be around somebody who's peaceful. Those are the type of people I want to be around. I need to put that out in the world. And so those are amazing characteristics, and those are things that I try to actively get better at, consciously make time for, to try my best to improve upon. And they're also characteristics that I'm passing on to my kids. My daughter could probably come down here right now this very second and quote that list off to you. Not because of my teachings. Unfortunately, we are going to go over them, but she knew it before I did. And so it makes you feel good to know that you're trying to put that kind of stuff out in the world. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this, man. If you're on YouTube, man, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook and you jam with this kind of stuff, hit the like button, because we're going to be coming live every single day. And again, we're going to be covering the 6 areas of your life. Pretty much mind, body, soul, favor, like relationships, financial goods, and I don't know, something else. Mentality, that would have been mine. Anyway, we're going to cover the 6 foundational principles that you're going to need to have balance in, which means you're going to have to put forth some conscious effort in each one of these areas of your life so that you can experience a better life and so that you can have a better you in 30 days. Okay? Now, if one of these areas starts to slip, you don't have discipline in them, it will affect the other areas. I promise you this. You get this area we talked about today on lock, and that's the first thing you focus on, man, the other stuff gonna be easy peasy. This is the first domino in a line of a bunch of dominoes. You knock that bad boy over, it'll crush the other ones. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching, and until tomorrow, I'm out.